All right, so I wanted to film a little video for you guys on now that you have your foundation of the brand figured out, right? You have great messaging, your tone of voice is on brand for you, you've decided on your color scheme, you have all of those things figured out. Now what do you do? So the biggest thing in branding is brand recognition. So, and how you do that is by being extremely consistent with your brand. And so much of what you've already figured out in your foundation is just illuminating yourself. Like the things that you like, that is what's illuminated. For instance, I clearly like leopard, or not leopard print. Well, that too, but I'm not using that right now. I clearly like the palm trees, right? So that is so much of my brand. I have this robe, a kimono thing. We have a wall that is palm leaves. And I don't think I can like show this. I have, I can do it this way. I have a palm tree over there. And then there's some leopard print right there. Oh, you see a tree over there. It's literally so much a part of me. And that is why it's incorporated into my brand. I could take you upstairs in our room. We have this like really cool watercolor, large leaf print canvas above our bed. And then in our guest room, we have these cool abstract leaf print curtains. I promise it all goes. It's not too much. But anyways, that's just so much a part of me. So that's just naturally shows up in my brand. Now, and I'm intentional about what I show, because on the other side of things is I want you to think of me when you see palm trees and palm leaves and leopard print and all these things. That's why I incorporate them in my brand. If you go onto my Instagram and you look at my feed, you're gonna see me in leopard print, and usually I wear neutrals, so it just like goes with that too. But then you're gonna see all of these little things sprinkled in there. Yes, to a point, it's intentional in the terms of branding, but because my branding is so much of me, it's just very easy to come up with content that does that. So for instance, like I said, you've already figured out the foundation of your brand. Well, now you need to start training your followers and teaching your followers what you want them to associate yourself with. So, for instance, I'm going through a rebrand with a client right now, and I'm not going to tell you exactly what she's doing, but let's just say she's going to do a complete rebrand, and she's incorporating this like blue color in, right? Or maybe she's incorporating, we'll make it a little bit more interesting. Maybe she's incorporating like stars, okay? And she's never really had that before, but that's like part of her brand. That is what she is wanting to bring in. Well, what we're going to do is we're going to sprinkle that in through her content. Maybe she starts using like the star emoji and things. Maybe she starts using the GIFs in IG stories. She starts using the glitter filter because it has that shimmer, which a lot of people, your brain kind of associates with the stars. Maybe she has like a shirt that she's going to be wearing in a brand shoot. Maybe on her desk when she's filming IGTV videos, we're going to have like something related to a star. Maybe it's like a painting on the back. Do you see what I mean? Like you're starting to train your audience of what you want them to think of you. So then when they're just out and about in their normal life, and let's say they went to Target and they see this like star pattern dish towel or whatever, they will immediately think of you. So a cool thing of what I really love helping with my clients with branding is how can you create these experiences and have other people think of you in seemingly random situations, like at Target, and they see a dish towel that has stars on it, and then maybe they text you, it's like, hey, thought of you. Or they saw a graphic on Instagram and it was for a store that was selling star earrings or something, and they like sent it to you, it's like, thought of you. Or the other thing that I love helping clients do, which is getting back to my roots of fashion styling, is when we start going over your brand shoot, you want to make sure of what you're wearing is accurately portraying how you want to be portrayed, how you want people to think of you. So we're actually gonna go through and we're gonna pick out your outfits for you. So that's another part of what I've been doing a lot with clients is, yes, we get to the foundation, we pick out your colors that, represent your messaging, your tone of voice. We get all your visual aesthetics, all your visual branding on brand for you. And then we create that full sensory experience. So again, when people interact with you, the customer journey, how are you appealing to all of their senses? So especially with products, we can get into that later. And then what I help my clients with is the brand shoot, because that's so important. The photos that you use, the visuals, everything that you use, whether it's sitting on your desk or whatnot, you have to be intentional about those things, because to be honest, it is very, very easy and very simple, and very fast to train your audience. So when I started introducing leopard print, because I got away from it from a little bit, and I've talked about this before, but because whenever I'd wear it, when I years and years ago, people would always make comments about it and say, why are you so dressed up? Why are you wearing leopard print? Blah, blah, blah. And then I stopped wearing it because I let other people affect me, which was ridiculous. But once I started realizing, I was like, I want to bring that back in. Like, I love it, whatever. I kid you not. It was like 2 weeks later, I then had people, I just wore it, and maybe, I don't know, I got a kimono and then I got something else and I wore it in a couple of my brand photos. And 2 to 3 weeks later, I had people messaging me about, oh my gosh, saw this leopard print, thought of you, whatever. So like I said, it's very easy and very simple to start training people and to get people to recognize your brand as that. It's just consistency. And if you're consistent, even for 2 to 3 weeks, and people notice, you're good. So one of the things I help clients with is we're actually going to basically go shopping, or we're going to go in your wardrobe and figure out exactly what you need to wear for your brand shoot, because that matters. People like to say that first impressions and, what you wear doesn't matter, blah, blah. Looks are everything, especially in the online space, not even just that, that's how you get attracted to somebody. So you have to make sure that what you're wearing is representing how you want to be seen. So for instance, let's say one of my clients, he just wears t-shirt and jeans. Okay, well, we're not going to tell him that, he's not going to go wear a suit now. But since he serves at a higher level, his price point is at a higher level, you need to reflect that. So instead of, we're not just going to have a random $5 t-shirt with some jeans that don't really look nice. So for instance, we upgraded and we got some John Barbados and Vince, and it just looks really put together. It's still very him. He still looks like himself, but he just has an elevated version, basically. And so then when people come in contact with him, you are judged whether you want to admit it or not. You are judged based off of your appearance. So for your brand, you must make sure that your appearance is accurately portraying how you want other people to feel about your brand. That is why it's extremely important to do that. So like I said, let's bring it full circle. When you are branding yourself, especially during a rebrand, how can you use these colors, patterns, the visual identity of your rebrand into your new daily activities, whether it's what you wear, whether it's what's on your desk, whether it's hanging behind you on the wall and seen in your videos, right? So think about those things. And if you need help with that, that is actually a huge part of what I help clients with, is going the extra step. Yes, we do all of the basics of branding, we do all the foundation, but what really, really matters is taking things to the next level through that full sensory experience, but also the appearance. So if you have any questions, let me know. I would love to hear from you, and I hope this helped.